These are performance-based contracts, something unlike what was done in the past. We have three key metrics that we look at that requires the delivery partners to be able to perform with. First is safety. That's very important for the local communities and, of course, the workers that are involved. Second is the quality. We've seen a lot of issues in the past that we knew that we had to address. These contracts hit that head on. And then third, it's the volume, which has to do with the speed. So when you look at the approach that we're taking, we're allowing each one of these contractors to own end-to-end a particular geographical area. And with these three metrics, they cannot proceed unless they comply with this. So it's a big step forward for us.
A number of issues, as you point out there. Malcolm Turnbull, the Communications Minister, in a speech today is going to talk about the home in Wollongong that sank after NBN contractors drilled through a drain. Are you finding a lot of that sort of stuff happening?
Well, clearly there's a lot of complexity out there, and no home is the same when it comes to actually trying to cable up and bring a different kind of construction element into that particular property. We see from the simplest to the most complex, and as you've heard about as well, some cases where we have to drill through rocks, some cases where we have to actually take down buildings, structures, and replace them when we're done.
How many homes have access to the NBN at the moment?
So we have about 1 million homes now that we have serviceable that can sign up for the NBN. The objective is to get to all 10 million homes that exist today, and then there's a number of new homes that will be built over the course of the next 5 years. So when we're said and done, there'll be well over 11 million homes that will have access to a fast broadband network, and that's what we believe is going to really change the face of the nation.
Okay, now you have a target of 480,000 households actually signing up and switching on the NBN by the end of the month. Will you achieve that?
We're on track to do that. We still have a couple of weeks to go, but we're pretty confident that we'll be there.
Okay, well, when will all Australians right around the country, city and bush, have access to the NBN?
So the objective is to complete this massive infrastructure build by the year 2020. So that's the commitment that we give to everybody. However, of course, there's going to be some that's going to come much sooner than that. Right now we're on track to deliver about 2 more million homes over the course of the next 18 months where construction will begin, and we'll lay out plans within the next few months that will cover probably the next 3 years.
I want to put a couple of viewer comments to you, and not surprisingly, Bill Morrow, a lot of people are very concerned about the NBN, lots of praise as well coming in, but we do know there's an issue in the country areas which rely on the satellite part of the technology suite you have on offer. And is it true NBN has imposed a 20 gigabyte download limit on many rural areas?
So the way that the technologies are working, we have 5 different technologies to be able to connect everybody across the country. About 85% of the country will at least get 50 megabits per second or better. The other 15% will at least get 25. For the satellite area, which is going to represent about 3% of the country, or let's call it 400,000 homes that are out there, the satellite does offer further limitations. So that means a consumption factor will have to be capped. Now that's as we give it to the service providers. These are the people that actually knock on your door and that the end user has the relationship with. They have the ability to offer more than that 20 gigabytes of data that you're referring to, Michael, and it all just depends on what price plan those individual users come up with.
But 20 gigs isn't enough, especially when you're talking about a family with a couple of kids who download movies and the like.
No, indeed. And again, I think everybody has different uses that they plan for the internet. The satellite service that we're going to be launching here, the first satellite's going to go up by the end of the year. This is a major step change from what people have in the bush today. In fact, many out in the bush don't have anything whatsoever. So the first step is to get them some good basic broadband capability, and then we're going to constantly look at ways to be able to meet the needs, the demands for the large families, the businesses that are run out of the home, people that need more than that 20 gigabytes of data, Michael. We have thoughts going on right now how to expand that.
A couple of quick viewer questions I want to put to you. Grant has asked, will wireless technology supersede the NBN by the time it is fully rolled out?
I don't believe so. I come from a wireless background, and there's a lot of evolution that has taken place, and I think that will continue both on the fixed line technologies as well as the wireless. I think what we can expect, Michael, is we're going to see more of a ubiquitous approach to technology where we're going to see mixes. So whether it's Wi-Fi or 5G wide area wireless network combined with a fixed line approach, a mobile approach, and of course our fixed line access, all of these things are going to converge together to make sure that we can deliver that kind of broadband speed and capacity that you referred to earlier.
And Cameron, and he sums up the views of many people who've tweeted or emailed us this morning. My understanding is we'll get the NBN late next year. However, when typing in our suburb, our address into their website, it simply says it is not available in your area. And there are lots of similar comments. So people aren't happy with the level of information they're getting from the official NBN website. Can you address that?
Of course, yes. Now, again, remember, this is a 5-year project to get everybody connected, and there's always going to be somebody last and, of course, somebody that's first. And what we're seeing is an increase in the demand. People really want this broadband service. They know it's something that can help their lifestyle. It can help even their little small business if they're an entrepreneur. So many benefits by getting this in. So we know people want it as fast as we can actually deliver it. The issue that is around transparency in terms of when they're going to get it, we'll keep working on that. What's important for us is that when we give a date, that we can stick to it. We know people rely on the dates that we give them. So until we have the details behind that and a confidence level that's enough to be able to put that out as to when this gentleman could have his broadband service, we won't be able to do it.